Yeah, buddy.
All right, so it's my turn.
All right, Jackson, you ready? We're starting out at top 10, at number 10. Are you ready, Jackson?
Yes, I am ready.
He has an awesome family. Jackson has an awesomely badass family. Right or wrong, they would have your back in a bar fight. Plus, he has an incredibly talented sister, so chances are you kids would be talented. Oh, your kids. Hey-oh. All right, that's a nudge.
Right there.
9. He loves kids. When Jackson was little, he said when he grows up, he wanted to be a dad and a husband. He loves his cousins and cousins' kids. All right.
These are all good things so
These
far.
are great so far.
Wow. Yeah, look at you.
Number 8, he is very personable. People gravitate to him. He's so likable. He always had so many friends. He's made so many connections through his life and has great people he can turn to as mentors.
Okay.
Whew, I don't know. Jackson, you might have to look out. 7, he is caring. Jackson cares a lot for his family, friends, and pets at home. He always has their back. He came home to help with his parents' renovations. He records and edits his talented sister's shows. He will defend them always.
Very true.
Also
Super
very true. 6, he is very smart. He
Wait till you hear
Slow
what
down.
she said.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
hold on.
she's
Here
going to
we go.
redeem it.
He is very smart. He wasn't the kind of person who had to work hard for good grades. He used stats class to figure out the least amount of work he had to do to get a decent grade in classes and keep a good GPA.
You got to fight smarter, not harder. Fight smarter, not harder.
That's beyond
the best kind of
accurate.
smart. That's perfect.
I can't believe that's true.
Oh, all right, Jackson, how you feeling? That's halfway.
I feel pretty good. I feel like that like she's really hitting it on the head. I'm just
All right.
great.
Let's get in here. Number 5, he's a good time. An outing is just better with Jackson there. He goes out of his way to make people feel comfortable. Sonny or Tyler, ask him about the famous picture from high school that made it to Twitter. Specifically, ask him about the conversation he had with the principal. Oh, I think we need to take
pause.
out. Yeah, pause. Major pause.
All right. So when I was in high school, I was playing Cupid in the school play or in the school musical, which was Zombie Prom that year. And we had there's a scene in there where the seasons are changing and they go through a Valentine's Day like montage.
Mhm.
And I come across with a giant banner that says Happy Valentine's Day, and I'm in a diaper. And that bit never actually made it to the show because backstage we took a picture that they deemed inappropriate, which now that I'm like thinking about it was pretty inappropriate. I'm like
Shocker.
My pants are down around my ankles and I'm wearing a diaper and I'm shirtless and I'm like in a grind line on this desk, and this then a buddy took the picture and then my other buddy tweeted it, and it got a lot. Like it got around the school real quick. And then, which like I was cool about. I was like, yeah, great. This is a great promo. And we did it as a promo. We were like, come see the musical that opens this weekend. And then we, I get called down to the principal's office that Friday after school, like at that like last period of class. And they were like, bring your stuff. You're going to be there for a while. And I was like, shit. Like what could it possibly be? I get there, I look, and my buddy is sitting there, and I knew immediately, like when I saw him sitting there, I was like, okay, that's what this is about. And then they call me in, and I played dumb. I had just seen Goodfellas. I was like, what picture? And then they like turned the monitor around, and I was like, oh, that picture. Yeah, I don't know, man. And then they were like signing our slips to like get Friday schools. And because we were all first time offenders, like we had never at least been caught for anything. And we were like, they were signing our Friday school slips. And, he looks, he goes, this could really mess up any job opportunities that you have.
Look at you.
And he goes,
this is what you're doing.
Right. He goes, wait for it. He goes, he's like, what do you want to do when you get out of high school? And I was like, I want to be a comedian and tell jokes for the rest of my life. And he was like, he looked at me, looked at the Friday school slip, then he looked at the picture, and he goes, I I don't think this is actually gonna hurt your career. I was like, if anything, it might actually help. Like this is a great story, and this is actually like a abridged version, but it is
Do you have that picture somewhere?
probably.
Oh, we need to find that.
We'll find it. We'll find it. I don't know if we'll ever show it. I know other like
We'll show it.
like the other person who
we'll
was in
show
that
it.
picture is like a doctor. And like the other person is, I working in broadcasting, and like they have actual like real jobs where that might hurt them. But me, I'm like, yeah, dude, let's show it. But
We'll crop them out.
yeah, we'll just blur their faces. Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
Or we could just release it discreetly and blur your face. No one would ever know.
Ooh.
We'll-
we
we'll-
need it to help us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and we might revisit that idea later.
All right, Tyler.
All right, number 4. Jackson is very loyal. He is very loyal best friend. He doesn't care for cheats or fake people.
True.
He treats people the way he'd like to be treated, unless it's morning or he's hungry. But he eventually apologizes after he's fully awake or fed. Number 3.
These are all true. These are all so true. I am not the kindest. I'm not the best me in the morning, and I'm definitely not the best me if I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, a different, like when you're hungry, it's just different.
Yeah.
Number 3. He's adorably handsome.
Uh,
Jackson always cares about how he looks. He
True.
looked identical to the kid from Jerry Maguire when he was little. He can definitely rock a tuxedo. Seen that. Number 2, very talented and hilarious. People might not know, but he's been in 19 community theater productions, 12 high school productions, both plays and musicals, and 1 TV pilot. He's worked sound, lights, fan stage production on over 8 shows.
And
Also,
why do you think
Shut
we
up.
have him here?
yeah, he's very viable. He also a 3rd degree black belt. Woo! He played golf in a junior league for a few years. He's had years of experience.
Well,
in
yeah,
improv.
we learned the golf thing. Not to interrupt you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
2
know.
episodes ago,
You
we
are
didn't know you
interrupting. No.
knew anything about golf.
yeah, I like to keep that up my sleeve and surprise people.
And has taken classes in sketch comedy writing. He's one of the funniest people I know. Number 1, he's a romantic at heart.
Oh,
And then there's a little disclaimer here
ladies.
to me and you, Sonny.
Okay.
That Holly has so many performances on video with a winky face. So
Ooh,
we'll be checking that out.
I can't wait.
Yeah, maybe we'll show some clips of that on the show. Maybe.
Shout out to your moms. That could definitely grab a lady for sure.
Shout out.
Easy.
I feel good about it. I'm glad. I mean, I'm like a little bit like.
Maybe
But-
we'll make a Twitter this week or whatever it's called, Tinder this week.
I thought you said maybe you'll make a Twitter this week so you can look for that picture. But they made
That's
us.
also
they,
true. I
they
can make
made
a
us
Twitter.
remove it immediately, like in front of them.
Aw.
But yeah, it was very funny. Yeah. Well, when they called us in for the picture, it was they asked who took the picture, and I told them somebody else took the picture than the actual dude who took the picture, and they were like, "Are you sure?" Because they said this
Redirection.
other guy took the picture,
Smart.
and I was like, "No, dude, they're all covering for the other guy," and like. Then the principals were like, "Oh, okay, well, let us, consult." So like, then they like left, and then and the other thing was like we were all gonna like get kicked out of the musical. Like it was opening night that night,
Yeah.
and we were all gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, whatever.
And
Right.
they literally were like, and they were like, "Do you guys have understudies?" And I was like, "I'm his understudy." And they were like, "Shit, get out of the office. We got to talk again." And then like we left, came back in. They were like, "All right, you guys got to serve Friday schools." And we like really got like for what happened, like the way it looked and everything. They were like, "This is a really good off." Like we got off on that. Like we just like
Yeah.
you know
You should have been punished harder.
definitely.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like what Sonny did. to get
Yeah,
in
and
trouble.
actually one of the girls,
Okay.
one of the girls was
we
a
can't talk about it. We don't have to.
one of the girls the girl in it was a she was like the secretary or one of the roles in the ITS, so like the Thespian Society,
Yeah.
and she got that taken away for
Oh.
being in the picture. And then the next year nobody ran for that position, and then the teacher came to me and was like, "Hey, we really need someone to run for this." And then I was like, "Really?" Because like the reason she lost it was because of the thing that I was also doing. Like like we weren't allowed at meetings at all that year. Like we got kind of kicked out, like suspended from the Thespian Society for a half a year. And we were like, oh, okay.
Are you talking about high school?
Yeah, this was all in high school.
Yeah, I know. It's like a freaking CSI
like
episode.
I know.
College.
So I know it was insane. And like the whole thing happened and we ended up, so I ended up running unopposed for this thing. And because I was unopposed and I knew I was running unopposed, I didn't prepare a speech because I was like, but they were like, you have to give a speech. And I was like, why? And they were like, because it's just the thing.
When did you learn you had to give a speech?
The day of. And I walked in and I go, vote for me. Don't vote for me. I'm going to be your secretary. And then I won, but they made me come in. They made me go back and come back up on stage and start over because the teacher was like, that's not a speech. And I was like, I thought it was very good. Like, it's a very good depiction of what this actually is. But yeah.
I think you could give a better one now, but yeah, it wasn't bad.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I'm running unopposed. You can vote for me or you don't even have to vote for me. I'm going to get it regardless. Like, it was pretty much handed to me. And, like, it's not that I, like, wanted it. It was like, I just was like, I guess I'll do it. But